Ross Tucker, you joined us on the Harbor One hotline. You can listen to him on the Ross Tucker podcast. Obviously, he's our Audacy NFL insider. You can hear him on Westwood One as well. Ross, thanks for joining us. You watched this game like the rest of us. Our minds were blown, trying to figure it out. We're trying to dissect it. What were your thoughts last night seeing Mac Jones play for 3 drives and then go to Bailey Zappe?
I was very happy because I had the Patriots in my survivor pool with like hundreds of people, and there's less than 10 people left. So when Zappe came in and they got 2 touchdowns and they were leading 14-10, I was very, very happy because I thought there was a chance I would win a lot of money. Back to you, Lou.
Well, you're just surprised at how Bill is handling this thing? Because we were shocked to hear that both these guys could play going into the game, and we're trying to envision what it would look like. And to us, it kind of turned out to be like worst-case scenario. Like, now people are wondering he's created a quarterback controversy.
He absolutely has. Now, there's a couple different things here, right? Like, I know right before kick, I think Schefter said there's a chance they might play both guys, or Belichick said he told both guys they were going to play. But then again, he told Lisa Salters at halftime that they would both play in the second half, and it was only Zappe. So I don't really know what to believe as far as that's concerned. It's interesting because I don't really believe that he would have put Zappe in if Mac was playing really well. Maybe if they had a huge lead, he would have put Zappe in. But if those first 3 drives, if the Patriots move the ball down the field each drive and put points on the board, I don't think he would have put Zappe in. I'm not really buying that. I think that's something that he leaked out there right before the game so that it seemed more plausible if Mac Jones struggled, that he benched Zappe, that this was the plan all along. I don't really buy that for a second.
So Ross, like when you look at like Bailey Zappe overall, okay, other than those 2 drives, there was really nothing there. Do you feel like you have a better understanding what his limitations are and what his ceiling really is based on 3 games now?
Yeah, I mean, I think I have a pretty good feel for who he is. I mean, he doesn't have a very strong arm. He's pretty smart for the most part.
Bad at balls left and right.
Quickly. What's that?
Bad at balls left and right. Can't see over the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of it. But I don't know. I don't think there's that much of a difference between those 2 guys. The thing I think is interesting,
disagree.
And I want to get your opinion, Christian, because I was telling some other people this today. Because everybody's like, those guys will be looking over their shoulders, and those guys, they won't be comfortable. Now, I wasn't there that long, but my experience, I always kind of felt like Belichick likes when guys are uncomfortable. Belichick feels like he gets the most out of guys when they're uncomfortable. They don't feel secure in their starting job. They don't feel secure in their roster spot, whatever it is. And maybe quarterback's different. Maybe he doesn't really want to take that tack with quarterback, but in general, I always felt like Bill thought it was good when guys were on edge or that there was some tension about their role.
Well, that's true, but do you think that's a good thing to do with this scenario with these 2 guys?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, young quarterbacks, no, I think it can ruin them. You got 2 really young kids at quarterback. I don't think especially when that's a position that's naturally a leadership position. I don't think it's smart at all. But maybe he's thinking, well, I've done this with all these other positions, done this with all these other guys, and pressure, it forces guys to put in even more time because they're more concerned. Maybe he thought, let's see if it works at quarterback.
We're talking to Audacy insider Ross Tucker. Ross, can you see any situation where realistically a platoon system works with these 2 quarterbacks where they're actually rotated in upcoming games, and it leads to success?
No, not really. Especially because they are somewhat similar. I mean, Mac has a little stronger arm. Mac obviously moves better from what we've seen so far. But it's not like they're bringing 2 very diverse skill sets to the table that really force defenses to have to game plan and be ready to defend them both. They're going to run the same offense with both guys. So I don't really know how it helps you that much. I think the one thing it does could lead to success is when one of them's struggling, put the other one in, and maybe he comes in and plays well. I don't know that that's a long-term tenable situation or a long-term solution, but I think in the short term, that could help them have success in some of these situations, yeah.
See, we're talking to Ross Tucker on the Harbor One Hotline. Ross, I felt like this year, first off, I never thought they were a playoff team, and I felt like the biggest thing coming out of this year was seeing what Mac Jones is. And with that, as much as I agree with you, I don't see much difference. I still feel like you got to go with Mac Jones to at least find out what he is. You know, like I don't know that platoon situation. Who would it be, in your opinion? Who should start the rest of the year for the Patriots?
Mac Jones. Yeah, I think it should be Mac Jones. I feel like how quickly we forget how well he played last year and what he did. I mean, you know, the first year after Brady was kind of a disaster. You know, we all know that, what the 2020 season was like for Belichick. Last year, Mac Jones, playing the way he did, getting them to the playoffs, kind of got, you know, Belichick back on track and got his street cred back up a little bit more. And I was shocked. You guys got to explain this to me. I was shocked how loud and early Patriots fans wanted Zappe.
Yep.
I mean, that was quick, guys. I didn't know they were already at that point where they wanted Zappe almost immediately. How did that happen so
Zappe
quickly?
fever.
Yeah, it's called Zappe fever. But I think we're over. We're done with Zappe fever, but we'll get into that later. But quick question for you, so I know we got to let you go soon. So you referenced, like, you know, Mac Jones last year, how well he played, you know, one of the best rookies, you know, out of all the 5 to be drafted in the first round, and, you know, real careful with the football. This year, totally opposite, you know, completely reckless, careless, desperate throws, Ross. Like, who's to blame for that? For a guy to play one way for an entire 17-week season and then suddenly just almost forget how to play the position, making rookie mistakes. Who's to blame for his, I guess, his issues?
Really good question. On some level, you got to blame the coaches because that's what's different. That's what's changed. But I'm a personal responsibility, personal accountability guy. So, you know, how he doesn't see the safety there on the interception to Brisker after he kicked him in the nuts on the third series is beyond me. By the way, that was amazing. Like that I can't believe he did that and that he got his foot that high to do that to Brisker. But then the interception was horrific. It was the type of stuff he didn't do last year. So I think some of it's on coaching, but he's played a lot of football. I mean, he played at Alabama. He's played in the NFL. Like, he knows he can't make that throw. I don't know what he's doing making that throw or trying to.
Yeah. All right, Russ, listen, man, we appreciate it. Like, appreciate talking to you every single Tuesday at 3 o'clock. Enjoy the rest of the week. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, see you guys.
All right, there it is, Ross Tucker.